The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of IBEW Local 369 Central Kentucky High School basketball starts now.
And a pleasant good evening from the north side. Bryan Station High School, the venue for an outstanding Central Kentucky high school basketball matchup tonight. It's Frederick, Douglas, and Bryan Station. I'm Chris LaBar along with former Dunbar head coach Murray Garvin. Murray, this has the makings of something special.
I've been waiting all week, Chris, so if I've been anticipating this, imagine what both teams feel. This is a great matchup. Two powerhouse programs in the state of Kentucky this year, a revenge match for one team, and the other team is just waiting to just compete in a packed gym, so I'm excited.
It's been a tale of an interesting week. First for Douglas, they've got their footing. They blasted Henry Clay on Tuesday. Now they've won 4 straight.
Coach Harris said his team's hot. They're really defined their roles. He feels like they've settled in, and they're ready at the right time of the season.
71-44 again the win. They made 7 of 19 threes. Avion Chenault coming into that game, a 13% three-point shooter, but he made 4. But Murray, they were within the confines of the offense.
Absolutely, and Chenault is one of the finest basketball players in all of Kentucky. And coming out of football, it usually takes you until about mid-January before you really get in basketball shape, and I believe he's reached that point.
Bryan Station, they've won 16 of 18, but what in the world happened Wednesday at Scott County? They lose 79-78.
It's what you call a trap game, Chris. I felt like they were looking forward to tonight and probably came in a little bit lackadaisical against a well-coached, tradition-rich Scott County high school team that you can never underestimate. But in all of our eyes, everyone felt that Bryan Station should have won, but shouldas don't do it. You have to go out and perform.
Some of the statistical polls, at least via Max Preps, Station was 16th in Kentucky, Scott County 181, the largest differential this season.
Wow. I didn't know that, but I do know that Scott County does a terrific job with their program, and even if they're down, they come out and execute every night and probably caught Bryan Station by surprise. Should
be an outstanding matchup. Thanks so much for hopping aboard. Frederick Douglas and Bryan Station, the JV matchup about to wrap up shortly. It is a 40-38 Douglas lead. They have come all the way back from double figures, about 10 seconds left in that game. When we return, Coach will check in with the former coach, Murray Garvin, as Murray will chat with interim head coach of Douglas, Stefan Harris. That conversation on the way back from Glycod.
Last week, I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Let's get real. For a lot of people, 4 years of college might as well be a million. With us, you can get a certificate in a matter of months and start a career right away. College for the real world. College for your world.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Get started by finding the program that works for you at bluegrass.kctcs.edu. Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Never underestimate you.
In the locker room, in the bowels of Bryan Station High School with head basketball coach Stephon Harris of Frederick Douglass. Coach, big game tonight.
Absolutely.
In my eyes, this is a top 5 matchup, regardless what the rankings say.
Absolutely.
What's the mindset of your team right now?
Just come out and play with a lot of energy. Be disciplined on defense, be structured on offense, and just play with a lot of energy. I think last time we came out real lethargic and laid back, expecting to win, expecting not to have a fight, and we got hit in the mouth, and that's what we needed at that time.
Absolutely. Your team's on a winning streak right now. They probably feel good about themselves. How have they anticipated this game?
I think they're just taking it one game at a time. I don't think they're looking at this game different than any other game, other than the fact that they get to get their lick back. That's the terms that they use.
Okay.
You know, I think right now we're starting to peak. In my 20-plus years of coaching, I know you don't want to peak too early. You want to peak right at the right time, right about this time. So I think they're just taking it one game at a time. We're just coming along together.
Bryan Station, a really hot team. I know they dropped a game earlier this week. I feel that they were looking at Friday and forgot about the game at hand. What concerns you about Bryan Station?
Their size. They have a lot of size. And that's the one thing that we don't have. We're guard heavy. I have a small forward that's playing big. He plays like he's 6'4", but he's only about 6 foot. But just their size. Other than that, I think we should be able to control everything else.
All right, Coach, good luck tonight. Here again with Coach Stephon Harris, head coach of Frederick Douglass boys basketball. Join us tonight at 7:30 with Glycod Media.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
Paramedics do the incredible. They help save lives. And so can you by donating at CSL Plasma. Your plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines. And you can be rewarded for your generosity. Every plasma donation can do so much for so many. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate plasma today at your local CSL Plasma Center.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to Bryan Station High School in Lexington. Chris Labar along with former South Carolina State men's basketball head coach Murray Garvin. Murray, this Douglas team had a sense of urgency the other night against Henry Clay. Got off to a good start. Really haven't seen that from them much this year.
Well, again, I call it the Christmas break lag, where you play so many games in a short amount of time, and it's according how those games go, can sometimes impact you going into January.
Look at this resume, if you will, of Douglas to date, and they have played a very strong schedule.
Yes, they have. Coming in preseason, you know, they were one of the top 5 teams in the state of Kentucky. So when you have that preseason ranking, you don't get the luxury of scheduling anyone that's below you per se. Nobody will play you. So they played in 2 premier tournaments, and this is the results of it. And I look for this to be a strong team going down the stretch of the season.
Look at 2-5 versus the top 50 RPI. They'll actually play Woodford County a 3rd time coming up later this year as the Broncos playing very strongly. Armello Boone continuing to lead the way, Murray.
Armello Boone is one of the best underclassmen in the state, averages 22 points a game. Has a pedigree of basketball. His older brother played Division I basketball. So this young man really goes after it hard night in and night out, and I look for him to have an excellent game here tonight. DeMarcus
Surratt, good to see him back in the fold. He's missed about 9 games with an illness. They need him at full strength.
Yes, they do. Surratt gives them another perimeter threat and another guard that can get downhill. Frederick Douglass with their 3, I call them 3-guard offense with Chenault, Surratt, and Boone. They're really talented, and when all 3 of those guys are clicking, they're fun to watch.
Take a look at some team stats, if you will, thus far for this Douglas bunch, and they don't shoot the 3 very well, but they have nights in which they do. Matter of fact, made 7 versus Clay on Tuesday.
Streak shooters, but very athletic, and their game plan is to get downhill and get points in the paint. It's hard to stay in front of them. And then Landon Bussin in the middle, their unheralded 4-man, I call him their glue guy, is really key for them night in and night out.
Landon a double, Logan Busen a double-double versus Henry Clay on Tuesday. He was our most outstanding player, having a fantastic season. Up next, we'll have keys to this matchup presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. Coach Garvin will have those for you in just a moment on Glycod.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
I love Head Start. Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? No! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today.
With fast signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast signs, make your statement.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Tonight's keys to the game are presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. They strive to keep your trucks moving through outstanding parts availability and unmatched service, all while glorifying Jesus Christ and building relationships. Rick, what's most important for both these teams tonight?
Well, first, for Frederick Douglass, is to control the offense with a team-first attitude. They can't get into one-on-one battles, and they got to play team basketball, move the ball, and attack closeouts in order to get the best shot, not for the individual, but for Frederick Douglass.
And for Bryan Station.
Keep Douglass out of the lane. If you could force them to take perimeter shots like we discussed in the pregame, that you have a better chance. But if you let them get their highlight reel plays with dunks and fast breaks and undefensible turnovers, it can be a long night for Bryan Station.
This Station team really, Murray, thrives on chaos. The way they play, the pace they play, and a lot of teams certainly cannot keep up that tempo.
Well, if you are a longtime basketball fan, everybody remembers the Arkansas Razorbacks under Nolan Richardson and their 40 minutes of HE double hockey sticks. You know, so if you can maintain that tempo for 32 minutes on the high school level, it's hard to do for a lot of teams, and that's why they're having a great year.
Boy, that's a great comparison. And another is that Nolan Richardson, they would play everybody, and that's really what Champ does. He'll play 12 or 13.
I think he'll play the manager if he has a uniform, Chris.
So that is certainly a strength of this Bryan Station team, and we'll talk more in depth about the defenders when we come back. They're having a fantastic season, 16-2 and under the radar no more. That conversation topic on the other side of this timeout from Glycod.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
a life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
Back live at Bryan Station High School, about 11 minutes or so ahead of Douglas in Station Chapter 2. And there you see in the middle, Coach Champ Ligon, year 11. This is his second stint, and just what an accomplished head coach he is, Coach.
Yeah, yes, he is. And anytime you can bring a coach out of retirement back to the sidelines, it tells you that he still had a fire inside and he was really missing the game and being around young people. And look what they're doing in year 3 of his return back to Bryan Station.
Take a look at Coach's resume. He had a very successful trek as a girls coach in Male High School in Louisville. Those stats on the boys' side, over 400 wins. What keeps that fire burning inside, do you think?
Well, I think he really enjoys developing young people. The game of basketball is a plus sign to him as an opportunity to change and impact young people's lives. And the way he coaches and with the enthusiasm, you can't tell that he's won 400 games. He's not bored. He's still very excited about the opportunity, and that's what you want in a high school coach.
Take a look a bit at these station, their resume, if you will, to date, and against the top 50 RPI, 3 out of 4. And also 3-1 in the district. This game very, very important to them.
Well, this game is key in district standings. It could put them 2 games up on Frederick Douglass, which looks like is their most formidable competition in 42nd District. So it's real important tonight that Bryan Station protects this lead in the standings per se and also gets back on the winning track.
There you see a look at the district statistics. As Murray mentioned, both these teams locked in with only 1 loss. Henry Clay at 500, and then Sayre, really an unproven commodity. Haven't seen them much today.
Yeah, well, they're coming up, I believe, on the schedule sometime next week. We'll get to see them against one of these guys. But it's tough in the 42nd and in the 11th region, night in and night out. You have no days off. Like you saw earlier this week, Station losing to Scott County. Who would have thunk it?
Talk more about this Bryan Station team on the other side. They are blessed with a lot of depth. However, there is a sophomore that perhaps more distinguished than the rest, Amari Owens. We'll talk about his outstanding play when we come back. Counting you down to tip off Douglas and Bryan Station. More coverage in just a moment from Glycod.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
Paramedics do the incredible. They help save lives. And so can you by donating at CSL Plasma. Your plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines. And you can be rewarded for your generosity. Every plasma donation can do so much for so many. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate plasma today at your local CSL Plasma Center.
Tradition means values. and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose traditional bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
a life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Going to be a great night on the north side, live from Bryan Station High School. Central Kentucky High School basketball, a key district matchup between Frederick Douglass and Bryan Station. I'm Chris Labar, along with former Paul Lawrence Dunbar head coach. I'm Murray Garvin. Great to have you with us. Let's talk a bit about this defender team. We've talked about their depth, but at the top of the table is Amari Owens, some kind of talent, Murray.
He is quick as a hiccup, okay? You can't keep him out of the paint. He can go right, he can go left. He'll remind you of Kyrie Irving, how he finishes at the rim. And right now he's scoring at 22 points a clip, 55% from the field. Okay, that tells you that he takes great shots, and he is very selective in his shot selection, but also very dynamic in his scoring.
And he shoots a high percentage, 55% from the floor, as you see, and also 40% from 3. Compare his game this year when you coached against him last.
Well, last year, I used to lay off of him and challenge him to shoot the perimeter shot because I really didn't have a guy that could stay in front of him, and he would take that shot. And now he's a little bit more selective in his shot selection. I believe the relationship and the trust between he and Coach Ligon has grown, and he's really turning into one of the best underclassmen, not only in Lexington, but in the state of Kentucky.
His classmate, Tayshawn Adams, also a sophomore, 11 points, season high 21 versus Boone. Davion Adams, you see also a double-figure scorer. And then you go down Matt Galinsky, 8 points off the bench, a real weapon for them in multiple facets.
Absolutely. Galinsky comes in and he loosens up the defense with a perimeter stroke. The last game we had here, he was shooting from the volleyball line almost, knocking down three-point shots. And if he adds that element on a consistent basis to Bryan Station, they're going to be a tough out come district tournament and region tournament play.
So much depth and really a lot of interchangeable pieces for this bunch.
Yes, he plays the entire bench. We're liable to see 13 guys play tonight. And Coach Ligon, they trust them. Guys come in off the bench. If they're open, they shoot it. They play very hard defensively, and just an outstanding team, 1 through 13.
And you look at some of these additional numbers, boy, not too many teams in Kentucky score more points than Bryan Station, 4th in the state at 80 per.
They get up and down the floor, and again, their defense determines their scoring. If they ever face a team that can handle their pressure and challenge them to play a half-court game, that's what you have to force them to do. But that's few and far between, and Bryan Station's pressure is second to none.
What separates these two teams, Murray?
I believe the size of Bryan Station. They are not only athletic, but they're big in the paint. The Adams guys, they add a dynamic that Frederick Douglass really doesn't have. Frederick Douglass has incredible athletes, but Bryan Station has size, and they continue to bring guys off the bench and really wear you down.
And you heard Coach Harris in your conversation talk about the importance of rebounding and a lot of responsibility, you would think, on Logan Buson's shoulders tonight.
It's on Logan Buson, it's on Avion Chenal, it's on all of Frederick Douglass's squad. You have to box out. And when I competed against Bryan Station, I used to tell my teams that the possession began when the shot goes up. So you have to box out. You got to get a body on a guy. And if the ball hits the floor, that's a successful box out.
We're so glad you joined us tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in, whether it be live now or perhaps later on this evening or the weekend. So glad that you're choosing to watch Glycod.com. Starting lineups on the other side, almost there. Douglass and Bryan Station. And we're back in just a moment on Glycod.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
Solid career path.
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
Starting lineups coming up after this.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
From Glycod, it's IBEW Local 369 Central Kentucky High School Basketball. IBEW 369, power up your potential. Tonight's game is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Never underestimate you. CSL Plasma, do the amazing, help save lives. Meyer, higher standards, lower prices. Traditional Bank, because who you bank with matters. And by Community Action of Lexington, Martin's Peterbilt, Lexington Outdoor and Power Equipment, and Allstate Insurance Agent Thomas Allen. Now courtside for all the action from Glycod on IBEW Local 369, Central Kentucky High School Basketball.
A great atmosphere tonight at Bryan Station High School as we welcome you back. Time now for the starting lineups presented by Ruoff Mortgage. Opening doors, these are the expected starters. We will underscore expected with Boone, Surratt, and Chenault leading the backcourt. Chris Wright always a factor. And then Logan Busen. Busen averaging 9 points, 5 boards. Boone leading Douglas at 22 points and 5 rebounds. Now we take a look at the Bryan Station starters. Amari Owens, 22 points per game. Tayshawn Adams, Davion Adams, both averaging double figures. And Carpenter and Gonzalez, also the normal starters for this Bryan Station team. Brings back some butterflies, I'm sure, Coach.
I'm sitting here shaking my head, Chris, because this is what Lexington High School basketball, this is the way it was in the 90s, and it's a packed house here. If you can't see it on the broadcast, it's almost standing room only. We might have to get the fire marshal involved tonight.
Outstanding crowd on hand. The officials, big responsibility for this trio with Drew Ranzel, David Hammond, and Andre Williams. And the series dead even at 7 per. Course Station won on the farm earlier this month in surprise fashion, 73-60, at least a surprise fashion at the time. And this should be an outstanding matchup here tonight at Bryan Station High School. Broncos, of course, their road uniforms with orange numerals and black shirts and bottoms, and Station their home white. Winner will have sole possession of first place in the 42nd district. And the tap controlled for Station. Felix Gonzalez and Busen giving up a lot of weight. Nice pass in the lane, and there's 2 for Tayshawn Adams.
First possession, Bryan Station throws it inside, challenges Boone in the paint, and he really don't want to pick up an early foul.
Now Chris Wright, far sideline, as the Douglas Broncos will have it in half-court group, averaging 67 points per game. Maybe on Chenault. Back to Boone, he'll launch a 3 and connect.
That's what you want to see from your big-time players. You want to see them have great starts, and that ball going in for Armello will only lead to many more attempts for him.
It's Boone's 40th 3-made of the year. A good beginning for both teams from the floor. Bryson Carpenter, we got a foul underneath, maybe against Amari Owens. So Bronco basketball as the Frederick Douglass group an early 3-2 lead. You take a look, clear out underneath there on Owens. Bryson Carpenter will have his hands full shadowing Chenault up top.
Absolutely. He has his hands full. You just got to keep him out of the paint.
There's Busen, an aggressive take denied by Gonzalez, and it's going to ricochet out off of Logan Busen. Possession, Bryan Station.
Gonzalez did a great job. We call that walling up. He just put his arm straight up in the air and just jumped vertically. And if the offense creates the contact, it's usually going to be a no call now.
Owens shadowed by Wright. Owens, one early foul, flips it up, and that's tipped away, and Logan Busen snares it outlet. Chenault lob, Surratt for the basket. DeMarcus Surratt with 2 as Owens follows, and that's his bread and butter, taking it hard to the basket.
He changes ends quicker than anybody I've seen in a long time. He takes 2 or 3 dribbles, and he's already in the paint, and he can go either way, which makes him really hard to guard.
Owens only a 52% foul shooter for a couple from the foul line. And he has his game continues to develop. Those numbers will improve and increase from the charity line.
Well, he's just a sophomore. He has plenty of time, and I know he has the work ethic from everybody I've talked to in basketball circles. So his game is just going to continue to elevate.
There's Surratt in the open floor, and Davion Adams will put the squeeze on him. 5-3 Bronco beginning. There's Logan Busen around to DeMarcus Surratt, elevates the jumper. And back to Boone. He'll flip another one up there, and Gonzalez at the peak of his leak corrals with a rebound, and it's deflected out and will belong underneath to the Broncos.
Gonzalez kind of got his feet twisted up right there and couldn't get his balance.
Chris Wright to nudge it in play. Just over 2 minutes gone by. 5-3 Douglas lead. Back to Surratt, middle portion of the floor. Davion Chenault, a deep one. And Gonzalez tapped it underneath for the basket as the ball found Boone for the 2. Carmelo Boone with 5, and Owens taking it hard to the basket, denied and fouled by Avion Chenault.
Yeah, Avion, I think he didn't realize he was all the way underneath the rim right there, and Omari does a good job of drawing contact, but you got to know where you're at on the floor, and as you could see, probably a foul that Chenault wish he could take back.
Owens back to the line for a couple. Our first sub into the game, it's Douglas' number 5, Terry Kaysen, a 6'2 sophomore. Terry averaging 6 points. He'll spell Avion Chenault. As Coach Harris looking very dapper tonight in the long sleeve red sweater, pacing the sideline. Owens 2 of 4 from the foul line.
And now you see the defender full court pressure.
Surratt with a seam. Got his own. And the Broncos recycle. Boone steps into one, and he's got 2 from out there.
He's off to a great start. I think that's 2 threes and a layup for him already with 8 of their 10 points.
6-point Douglas lead. Adams veering underneath. And Wright will watch that ball trickle out of bounds. A Bronco turnover as Douglas will have it at side court. And a Bryan Station 30-second timeout. Douglas basketball when we come right back on Glycod.
Paramedics do the incredible. They help save lives. And so can you by donating at CSL Plasma. Your plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines. And you can be rewarded for your generosity. Every plasma donation can do so much for so many. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate plasma today at your local CSL Plasma Center.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Douglas leading Bryan Station 10-4, 3.5 minutes deep. Really nice beginning for them.
It is, and I think sometimes your players can get a little bit anxious and in a hurry.
Boone feeling it thus far, and he's made 3 threes.
That's the start that you need from your leader, not only in point production, but I believe he's the true leader of this Frederick Douglas basketball team.
Owens in congestion, over to Carpenter, elevates. And a late whistle, I believe a Bronco foul, perhaps Kaysen called on the closeout.
Yeah, just got a little bit under the shooter right there.
Take a look at Boone's three at the other end, preceding the foul.
Yeah, when you have a scorer with the capabilities of Armello Boone, when he sees the ball go in early, it just keeps building his confidence and building his confidence. I look for a big night from him, and he's off to a fantastic start.
Matt Galinsky on for Bryan Station as Felix Gonzalez will shuttle out. Bryson Carpenter, one more free throw. He's 3 of 5 from the line on the year. And Carpenter will shuttle out. In steps Justin Richmond, number 3, 5'11" junior.
And you see the depth already of Bryan Station.
Chris Wright spelling it into forecourt. Surratt in attack pose, and it's poked off the glass by Adams. And out of bounds to Bryan Station.
That's a tremendous weak side block shot by Adams there.
That's Adams' second rejection. And now we'll see Douglas picking up full court. Richmond will play at the point as Owens now for the moment off the ball as Adams called. And Busen, the guilty party for Douglas with a foul.
Those are the plays and the fouls that you wish you could take away. Right now, Frederick Douglass is up to 14 fouls, and we're less than 3 minutes into the game almost. 4 minutes into the game.
There's Owens up top. Off the mark, and Chris Wright in with a rebound. Now Kaysen will catch it under heavy duress. Nice reversal, Boone. Came to a jump stop and a foul whistled on Bryan Station's Tayshawn Adams.
Frederick Douglass, in order to keep the tempo with Bryan Station, they really need Armello to score, and he's been in attack mode since the jump ball.
First quarter points, 12 of the 14. DeMarcus Surratt had a fast break layup, and that's been it. It's been all Armello thus far. Chris Wright out, and in for Frederick Douglass. Dakari Talbert, 5'9" freshman. He'll face guard Owens, who will inbound momentarily. This is Douglas's second game this week, and they have gotten off to great starts in both encounters. Adams working on Busen with that one early foul, and it's pinned by Boone on the weak side. And Surratt off. And there's Galinsky trailing with a rebound. Owens, and back is Kaysen, and I think Terry just a little bit late, he'll be called.
And that might be his second. So Bryan Station is already testing the depth of Frederick Douglass because that's Kaysen's second, and I believe Chenault has 2 already.
Certainly the numbers game favors Bryan Station. Owens 2 of 4 from the foul line. That one will rattle in. Travis Jones, 6'1" sophomore, wears number 10. He's on the floor for Frederick Douglass. Just out of your camera shot, and Owens off as Surratt with a rebound. Boone a little bit out of sorts there, and the official will blow the whistle, and Owens called.
Yeah, he tried to split the double team right there. If the whistle didn't blow, it was going to be a turnover. You don't want to dribble through their pressure. You want to try to rotate the ball and get it up the side of the floor. Go the way of least resistance.
There's Surratt back out to Boone. A long one for 3. Armello with 4 first quarter threes. Galinsky around a screen. Throws it away. Jones face guarding that, freed Busen for the steal, and Surratt over to Jones. 3-on-1. and Boone tacks it on. Bryan Station, timeout. A sizzling start. Armello Boone with 18 in the quarter. Douglas leading by 13 from Glycod.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Travis Jones with the steal. Spoon feeding Boone.
Armello Boone is on fire tonight. I mean, he is doing everything but selling hot dogs at the concession stand right now for Frederick Douglass.
Boone averages 22 on the year. For some perspective, he's got 18 points in the first quarter tonight.
We may be in for something special from him tonight.
And already Bryan Station is burned through 2 early timeouts.
Well, they just got to get settled down. You know, settle down and get into the groove of the basketball game. They've struggled to score except from the free throw line, and they hadn't been able to get the crowd involved at all.
Tayshawn Adams, the Lone Station field goal as Faulkner finds Adams underneath, and he'll tack it in. Faulkner with the assist. Here's Takari Talbert in transition. Followed by Boone, and he is smothered, and a jump ball. Arrow with Douglas.
Oh, wow. They called a jump ball there?
Let's take another look.
I don't know. There was a lot of hands involved there. Ball belongs to Douglas, so Coach Harris is not too riled up over that.
Travis Jones will inbound. There's Busen in the corner. Back to Boone, and Galinsky with some anxiety trying to shadow Boone. He got the block. Outlet pass, Adams.
That's the transition game that Bryan Station wants right there. Off the block shot, they were able to get the dunk in transition before Douglas could get back.
Nice little 4-0 spurt out of the timeout as Jones will navigate inside the lane. Gonzalez with the block. And there's Amari, blocked by Surratt. And here come the Broncos. Busen for the bucket. That's Logan's first field goal, and Adams for 2. Tayshawn with 8 points in the quarter. Nine-point Bronco lead. Just under 50 in this opening quarter. Here comes Owens, 1 against 2, accelerating for the basket.
I think he has jets in his sneakers. They were even at half court, and he just accelerates and get a layup.
Jones from Boone, back to Busen. Busen a running start. They're letting him play as Adams comes out with it. And it's going to deflect off of Travis Jones. Possession Station. And a nice response out of that timeout.
Absolutely. Again, they just needed to settle down, got their height back in the game. They're really doing a great job of protecting the rim, and they've kept Armello Boone from scoring that last 3 minutes of the first quarter.
Gonzalez threw it away, and Douglas with a foul. So 2 free throws coming up. And it will be Davion Adams at the line for 2. You look at the score, though, perhaps Douglas, are they playing a little too quickly?
Well, Chris, that's what I was going to say, that even though Douglas has the lead, the tempo really favors Bryan Station.
Again, Avion Chenault, 2 early fouls. Terry Kaysen with a couple as well. Davion Adams, 67% foul shooter. And a 6-0 run as Talbert, a deep half-quarter will glance off the rim. A very entertaining first 8. Broncos lead by 5. And Murray and I have more after this from Glycod.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a 4-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back live at Bryan Station High School. Murray, the unselfishness here from Rashad Faulkner.
Yeah, Faulkner, they recognized the trap right there. They ended up making 2 passes out of the trap, and there's usually a good opportunity. That was something I used to preach to my teams. 2 passes out of the trap, and there's usually a great chance to get a great open look.
Bryan Station possession. On the floor is Monte Ashford, number 11 for Bryan Station. Will run the point. There's Adams underneath. In for 2.
Well, right now, Bryan Station has about 4 guys on the floor over 6'4", I believe.
Takari Talbert, there's a 3 in the corner. That's going to be off the heel from Nate Cohen, a 6'6" sophomore. And Galinsky, the trailer, launches one. And Surratt, perhaps some theatrics, he'll draw a Station foul.
Yes, and the Grammy goes too. Hey, do what you got to do, son. He picked up the foul, and the ball goes the other way. That's all you could ask for.
Take a look at the Galinsky 3, setting things up. You be the judge.
Yeah, he sold that one.
Avion Chenault. Murray back on the floor here at the 7:25 mark of the half.
Well, he's got to play. In a game of this magnitude, he's got to play without fouling, and he has been in enough basketball games. He knows what that entails.
There is Surratt to Chenault in the corner. Oh, my! And it's going to trickle out of bounds. And going to stay, Douglas, as Avion smiles after the errant jam.
I believe he thought Adams was going to try to contest that, and he switched to his right hand. If he had just kept it in his left, it would have been an outstanding finish.
DeMarcus Surratt tees one up. And it's going to be poked into backcourt for a violation.
You can feel the momentum shift a little bit in here. The Bryan Station crowd's getting into the game, and that's what Douglas wants to keep quiet.
Well, the Broncos haven't scored since about the 3-minute mark. Station called a timeout at that juncture. And the lead now at 3. The 3 would tie it. Well, Gonzalez working on Logan Busen, turns and shoots. Gonzalez only averages 7. And the Broncos lead has disappeared down to 1. Busen veering left. How about that move?
I love it, man. I love it. Busen is a glue guy. He just gets things done for Frederick Douglass. It's not pretty. It's not highlight reel material. It's just solid basketball.
That spinning move for Logan. Ashford trying to create a little cushion. And Gonzalez from the foul line. Now Chenault spoon-feeding Surratt, and Gonzalez poked it away. And we'll have a Bryan Station foul.
There's not too many high school games in the state that you see plays right at the rim or above the rim, and that block happened in the square there if we're able to run it back.
DeMarcus Surratt for a pair, 62% from the line on the year. And his reintegration into this basketball team, certainly something that Frederick Douglass badly needed. And they're going to need him down the stretch. As Adams snares the rebound. And there's Chris Wright with a steal. Avion flees one up. And Adams, Davion Adams, chiseling down the lane. Adams with 4. Now Surratt carving his way to the basket, and a Station foul, and that's their 3rd already in the quarter.
Well, Douglass is doing a better job of attacking the rim and challenging Bryan Station in the paint, and it's led to them shooting several free throws in this second quarter.
Coming up at halftime, we'll chat with Lexington Herald leader, sports columnist Jared Peck. Talk about the basketball action inside region number 11. Got some real powerhouses. Then you got a big game tomorrow in Frankfort with Great Crossing taking on Lexington Catholic.
That should be special.
Surratt one more from the line. And a wasted trip as the lead stays at 3. Now Faulkner. Strong drive underneath. And there's Boone. Now Surratt pitches one up there. And Chenault able to lasso the loose ball for the Broncos. Surratt got it! And a Frederick Douglass timeout. We will step aside. A 6-point Frederick Douglass lead. We're back after this on Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
(29-23), Frederick Douglass leading Bryan Station after a big 3 from DeMarcus Surratt.
Yes, whenever they can get the big 3 involved, the only one struggling right now is Chenault. You had Boone that had an outstanding first quarter. Surratt has kind of picked it up here in the second, and that's a good sign for Frederick Douglass.
Broncos call their first timeout as Coach Stefan Harris trying to reinvent this defense. Group giving up only 60 points per game. There's Davion Adams. That's Antoine Burton on the floor for Station, and Boone with a steal and stuff.
He's an outstanding young player, Chris. Just has basketball IQ, great instincts on the floor. and can score any way you like.
The lead at 8. It was cut to 1, and Douglas responds with 7 consecutive. There's Burton trying to draw that second foul on Buse, and Adams. A lot of congestion in there, but Adams caught it and scored.
That was a great finish by Adams in traffic right there. Great basket cut after the post feed.
Davion with 6. Chris Wright finding Surratt. He'll nudge it in the corner. And Faulkner a little handsy there, called for Station. So the 4th foul. We still have 4+ minutes in this quarter.
Yeah, that's a great key for Douglas, is to slow the game down, and getting to the free throw line is one of those ways to do that.
Now Surratt, they're going to give him a seam. And it's going to trickle out to half court, and there's Boone, 3-on-1. Adams preventing the alley-oop. And Busen digs it out. There's Boone. And out off of Burton, it appears it will belong to Bryan Station. Amari Owens, 5 points thus far. He's going to tee one up from deep and connect.
If he gets his 3-ball going, I don't know how you guard him. I really don't.
That's a big basket for Amari, and Station out within 3 again as Busen. Basket and a foul as he took Burton off the bounce.
He is the guy. Logan makes plays. If there's a play to be made, he will make it.
And that's asking a lot as we take a look at this replay, asking a lot of your backup post to guard that high.
Well, it is. Burton should never have picked him up out there. Maybe he was confused defensively. Usually if you have your big guy up that high, you're supposed to be in some type of trap, and nobody came to trap. And Logan ends up taking it all the way to the basket.
Houston now with 7. And he will get a nice round of applause on the far sideline as he checks out in place. Number 12, Noah Jones. It's back on for Frederick Douglass with 3:24 left in this first half. Galinsky applying the break. Burton from Owens. And Boone with the big Bronco corral. Jones in the open floor. Who wants it? Boone does. Chenault has it swirl out. And Station survives that trip as Owens weaving his way through traffic. And Galinsky just a little bit late called as he upends Chenault. And a Bryan Station foul.
A lot of contact.
Yeah, Galinsky under some duress there. We will take a quick timeout. Timeout on the floor. 6-point lead. Back after this from Glycod.
It's your season to save on our incredible selection of new Kias from Cartown Kia. You can't beat the powerful design of the new 2024 Sportage.
It's your choice. The new 2023 Kia Sportage, just $349 down and $349 per month, or the new 2023 Kia Sorento, just $349 down and $349 per month.
Unmatched design, performance, and savings all in one at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Avion Chenault for 2 from the foul line after the Galinsky foul. First one goes in. Galinsky off under his own power. Looked like he was favoring that right elbow. And Chenault with 2 big free throws for his first pair of points. And it's an 8-point Bronco lead. They have never trailed. Davion Adams.
It's great ball pressure by Frederick Douglass.
Foul underneath. Be Frederick Douglass's first foul of this quarter. And station ball underneath. A couple of new faces on. Tayshaun Adams, a regular back in for station. But Chris Girton will inbound for the defenders. His first appearance, lobbed inside Adams. Now Adams spinning back. Pull up Jay inside the lane. That's partially blocked, but the basket up and in as Tayshaun Adams caught it and scored.
That's the size again in the paint. Really, Douglas struggles to compete with that.
Tayshaun Adams with 12. He's a leading point getter tonight for Station. Chenault,
You said, You saw it coming, didn't you?
8-point Bronco lead. Owens spinning in the lane. Tried to answer. The Bronco foul and Avion Chenault. We've seen so many, Murray, of these high-rise plays. And here's another to add to his resume.
Yeah, it was a matter of time that he gets a breakthrough play like that. And what is amazing, I believe the crowd has gotten used to Avion Chenault dunks. Or at least on the road, they didn't want to show too much emotion.
Amari Owens now with 9. And since Chenault has been reinserted, he's picked up 4 quick points. He made the 2 free throws when we came back from break, and then that big dunk. And we're going to have a kick, and the arrow in favor. Frederick Douglass. Or will it be? That'll be Station ball. So apparently Broncos kicked it, and it will belong to Station underneath. So not a change of possession. There's Adams under heavy congestion. The loose ball finds Richmond underneath, and foul starting to pile up as the Broncos pick up their 3rd quick one.
Fouls are starting to pile up, and it's becoming a physical contest. The referees are going to have to get control of this and make sure it doesn't turn into anything outside of basketball.
Down 7, Adams bulldozing his way, carving space, and there's Boone bringing down the rebound. Under 90 in the half. Broncos with the ball by 7. Busen spinning. There's Boone with the loose ball out. Trickles out to Richmond. Justin Richmond. And Surratt trails and blocks it, but Owens will clean it up.
That was a great job by Owens following up that block.
Boone underneath Busen.
Nice pass.
Logan Busen with 8, but everything starts with Armello Boone.
Yes, it does.
There's a foul underneath, a blocking foul. Adams a little bit out of sorts there, and that's Logan Busen's 2nd foul.
Yeah, it's tough to take a charge in the open court like that. Our view was kind of blocked. The crowd seemed like it should have been a charge, but the ref called blocking call. I wonder what Rex Chapman would have called it.
That's a good question. Adams will shuttle out. So now you've got Busen and Chenault each with 2 fouls, joining Terry Kaysen. So 3 regulars with a pair early for the Broncos.
You know, it's a different philosophy, Chris. Do you take guys out with 2 fouls or do you let them play? Analytics says you let them play, but sometimes a coach knows best.
Under 30 now. Station perhaps going to preserve the final trip or not. Owens off to the right, and a big early miss with time left is Boone. Far sideline. There's Avion spinning. Girton denies him. Owens across the line at 5. There's a 3 from Adams. It won't go, and that's going to take us to the turn. Frederick Douglass, winners of 4 straight. They've led throughout. They lead Bryan Station 40-33. More coverage of Central Kentucky High School basketball on the other side of this timeout from Glycott.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by IBEW Local 369. Find out about their apprenticeship and training programs that help you earn while you learn at IBEWLocal369.com. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential.
A really solid effort for Frederick Douglass in the first half. They lead Bryan Station 40-33. Chris LaBar along with former Broncos, actually former Dunbar head coach Murray Garvin. What do you think of the first couple of quarters?
It was exactly what we expected. Highs and lows, peaks and valleys. You can't get too high and you can't get too low, and both teams really responded the way we expected.
Armello Boone, unquestionably perhaps his best first quarter of the year. As we tabulate through the points, he's done it many ways.
Yeah, yes, he has. Armello had the start that Frederick Douglass needed. Without the start that he had, I'm not sure how the game would have proceeded. But with him getting off to an unbelievable first quarter, really gave his team a shot in the arm of confidence to begin the contest.
Broncos lead Station by 7 at the half. Up next, we'll chat with Herald Leader sports columnist Jared Peck. Be right back from Glycod.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
Gen Z is a stalled generation.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to Bryan Station High School. Here at the half with Herald Leader sports columnist Jared Peck. The roles are reversed. I get to ask you the hot questions. And my first question, Jared, is what do you think of this atmosphere here at Bryan Station tonight?
It's unbelievable, and they had this kind of crowd for Henry Clay. I think it might have even been bigger for Henry Clay line out the door getting here. But it's so great to see in Lexington to see that, the fans come out and just support these high school athletes. These are 2 great teams.
Absolutely. In the first half, you saw Armello Boone do Armello Boone type things, but he had a career night in the first quarter. Do you think he can maintain that for the game?
Well, he went 1 for 11 from 3 when they played him the first time, which was one of the reasons why Douglas lost. But he's doing great so far. I mean, they're shooting a lot better than they did in their first matchup between these two, and that's what the difference is this time. He couldn't hit anything last time.
Well, there's probably nobody in Central Kentucky has watched more high school basketball this year than you. In the 11th region, who would you crown the mid-season favorite right now?
It's got to be Great Crossing and their junior and senior. They got Jeremiah Godfrey as a senior, but Malachi Marino, big time, 7'1" player. Vince Dawson, great scorer. Janice Burrell's a great point guard. I mean, they're playing Lexington Catholic tomorrow night in Franklin County. We're going to, Lexington Catholic's number 3 in the state. Great Crossing's number 1. We're going to find out some things tomorrow night. And then Lyon County's playing in the All-A down in Corbin. They're going to get Newport tomorrow, probably if they make it past tonight's game. That's going to be a great event down there. I'll be down there Sunday. Now, I've seen them all. I like Lyon County for the state right now, but we'll see if Great Crossing can impress me tomorrow night if they put it on Lexington Catholic like Lyon County did.
And who do you think would be the best matchup in the region tournament for Great Crossing?
Well, anybody's going to give them trouble. This Bryan Station team can give them trouble because they can guard. And Amari Owens, have you seen a guard as fast as Amari Owens in high school?
No, I told Chris he can turn out the lights and be in the bed before it gets dark.
It's unbelievable. He came down on fast break earlier. I mean, you can't overlook anybody. Scott County upset Bryan Station Wednesday night. Sarah is really good. I mean, whoever second seed they get, if they get the 42nd district second seed, look out.
Well, let's look forward to the second half of this game. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back live at Bryan Station High School in Lexington. Chris Labar along with former South Carolina State men's basketball coach Murray Garvin. 7-point Frederick Douglass lead over Bryan Station half. A couple of quick adjustments per side, Coach.
Yeah, neither team has played zone in the first half. I wouldn't be surprised if someone jumps out in the zone just to throw the other team off. And then you're just asking them to do what they've been doing in the first half. If it's not broke, don't fix it. And what Douglass is doing is going hard to the basket and challenging Bryan Station at the rim. That led to a lot of free throw attempts in the second quarter.
There is some discussion at the scores table. Coach Harris was there. Also, Coach Ligon coming over. Not exactly certain what the discussion is pertaining to.
And they've held the clock.
They sure have. The clock idle at, as you see, 1:39 on the halftime clock. It's a game Bryan Station has been behind throughout. They were down 11, called a timeout, then went on a 10-0 spurt to reduce it to 1. But, Murray, every time Station has come back, the Broncos have had a response.
Yes, they have. And, again, it started with them drawing the 5 fouls and being in the double bonus, as you could say, or 2 shots, and going to the free throw line and slowing the game back down, which also allows them to catch their win and keeps Bryan Station out of transition.
Coach Harris now, as you see right there, inside the trio of officials. Been an outstanding crowd tonight, as one would suspect, between these two very solid programs, these two arch rivals.
Yeah, I don't know if it's condensation on the floor or what's going on here, but it looks like they're extending halftime. Well, now the clock's running.
Well, there was an announcement, but it's so loud in here, very difficult to figure out exactly what was being shared. So Bryan Station 16-2 on the season. Frederick Douglass 13-6. Both these teams dead even inside the 42nd district standings. And the winner will have sole possession of first place and an eye on the top seed in next month's district tournament. And it will be Bronco possession. Start the second half. Avion Chenault, those 2 early fouls, been able to play with those 2 fouls as Wright finds Boone. And there's Busen cleaning it up underneath, blocked from behind. Chenault up for the bucket.
Sometimes you just got to shot fake and get the big guys off their feet, and that's what Chenault did right there and was able to convert.
Avion with 6 is number 35. Tayshawn Adams will find 15, Davion Adams. Adams turns and shoots. And going the other way, a Station foul is Busen with superior rebounding position. Some conversation between Coach Ligon and his assistant Jay Bordas over there. You get the sense Station's still trying to figure out how to play what's going to work well for them in this game.
Well, their defense predicates their offense, and right now they hadn't been able to really get up in Frederick Douglass because they've struggled to score consistently.
Houston setting a high screen, trying to free Avion Chenault. Chenault goes right, it's off. And the rebound secured by Amari Owens. There's number 5, Owens. Gonzalez, the trailer. I'm not sure that's the shot they want, as it's going to ricochet out of bounds, and it will belong to Bryan Station.
Gonzalez is a really good-looking prospect. He's got great length, great athleticism. He continue to work on his skill. He can really be a potential college basketball player.
Very solid defensive player is Gonzalez, and he's working on Busen, who's about 3 inches shorter. Adams driving on Chenault, elbow J. And there's Busen for another rebound. He's just a relentless competitor.
He is. He's the type of guy that you might not pick up at the park, but if you get him on your team, you're going to love him because he does all the dirty work.
Carmelo Boone inside the lane, arcs it up and in. Bryson Carpenter, entry inside to Gonzalez. Gonzalez. Here's Boone stepping in the passing lane for the Broncos. The lead now at 11, matching a game-high margin. 5:40 in this third quarter. And Adams steps in and takes it for the basket.
Wow, that's a big-time play right there. I was surprised that Armello didn't compete on that layup.
Busen, that shot's going to be a little bit short. As Station comes the other way. There's a three, Carpenter short, and Busen with a rebound. Busen finding Surratt, and we have a foul underneath.
That was a challenge at the rim right there. They got the foul. You know, a challenge at the rim, drew the foul, and Surratt to go to the line for two.
One more free throw for Surratt, who has struggled at times from the line. There's Adams underneath. Boone able to get the block. And off the far sideline.
It's great hustle by both teams right there to get on the floor for the loose ball. Armello Boone is doing a great job playing both ends of the court. He's got block shots, he's rebounding. He's giving his maximum effort tonight.
Some more conversation at the scorers table as Coach Harris now just out of your camera shot. Owens a pull-up three. And there's Chenault for the Broncos. .431 in this third. And really the Broncos settling into a half-court pace here. And it will be out of bounds.
Yes, right there I was watching the play there. I thought that play went off of Bryan Station, and the referee was running like he was going to change the call, and he stuck with what his partner called there. So it'll be Station's ball.
And Owens, as Bryan Station really trying to get him going offensively. He has certainly shown spurts in this game.
Well, because it's turned into a half-court contest.
And it's blocked away. There's Boone. 4 against 2. Boone, a strong drive and a Station foul. There's Armello Boone, a relentless driver in the open floor.
Yes, what I was saying about Owens on the offensive end, it's turned into a half-court game, so they have 5 defenders that are really clogging the paint, and he has no room to go anywhere. He really flourishes more in transition than in the half-court right now. And until he develops a consistent outside shot, that's the way that you have to defend him.
A little bit short for Armello. And a Bryan Station 30-second timeout. We will step aside. 9-point game. 3:58 in the third. Back after this from Glycod.com.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
With 3:58 left in the contest, we still have Frederick Douglass holding on to a 9-point game, and they're at the line with Armello Boone, who can extend it to a double-digit lead with the conversion of this second free throw.
So Boone, a 72% free throw shooter, trying to grow this back to double figures. And you get the sense that in the bigger game, he's going to step it up a notch.
Yeah, he really has stepped it up, and that's what you expect from him. And, you know, Chris, I've even looked at his body, and it looked like he's gotten stronger during the course of the season. And I know they do an outstanding job at Frederick Douglass in their strength and conditioning, and you could tell on the way some of their athletes look out here tonight.
3:55 in this third quarter. 10-point Bronco lead. There's Justin Richmond working opposite Chris Wright. Richmond floats it, and there's Chenault to clean it up for the Broncos as Avion Chenault comes up in a foul from behind on Rashad Faulkner of Bryan Station. That'll be their 4th foul this quarter.
Yeah, you can tell that Bryan Station's frustrated. You know, they can't convert. They're well below their season average of almost 80 points a game. And again, their defense predicates their offense.
And Boone lost the handle. It's going to find Chris Girton, and he's tripped from behind by Busen, and that'll be his 3rd foul. Well, perhaps the Broncos will look back on this week, and it will be really a determinant for their season to propel them on the right path. A blowout win versus Henry Clay on Tuesday, and they've been superior thus far tonight. That one's off. Girton tapped it out of bounds, and it will belong to Frederick Douglass.
Yeah, Station just can't find their stride. You know, Faulkner is usually a dead-eye shooter for them and just hadn't been able to knock it down.
Yeah, Faulkner, a 48% three-point shooter on the year. Busen drawing some attention. Boone from Surratt.
Yeah, you could tell that Douglass has really worked on this press.
And there's 2 for Armello. Just makes it look so easy. Owens out of control, cleaning it up is Adams. And a great effort by Tayshawn Adams as the Broncos commit a foul. Be their 3rd foul of this quarter.
I used to try to teach my guys that in traffic, you cannot use a behind-the-back dribble going full speed. And it takes a while for guys to really understand that and grasp it. But Owens makes that mistake quite a bit, that he tries to go behind his back with the basketball in traffic.
Chris Girton will spell out for Bryan Station. Number 14, Jordan Axum is in. Now, Matt Galinsky normally plays. He had that injury in the first half. He's yet to appear in the second, and Station gets a bucket. Now Kaysen chiseling baseline, and he'll throw it away. There's Amari Owens. An incredible layup.
Great finish by Owens right there.
And a Frederick Douglass timeout after the Amari Owens basket. 30-second break, more coverage when we come right back.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Amari Owens with the 2 to trim the deficit to 8 for Bryan Station late in this third quarter. 2:25 on the clock.
This feels like a long third quarter right here. They've used a lot of timeouts, and Coach Harris has used some timeouts. I call it tired man timeouts. He's trying to keep his guys fresh, and he's also trying to keep the gym at bay that it don't explode in a Bryan Station run.
Two timeouts left for Station 3 for the Broncos. And Station certainly going to pick up full court as there's Chenault. Chris Wright probing the lane. Kaysen stripped. That was Axum that got a hand on it. Into the hands of Chris Wright. He'll launch a 3 and connect.
Great poise by Frederick Douglass right there.
His 21st made 3. He just gets big baskets at all the right times.
Absolutely.
There's Owens applying the break. Justin Richmond threading the needle to Tayshawn Adams, and he'll tack it in. Tayshawn with 16. He's got all those points inside the lane.
Douglas is doing a great job. Once they break the pressure, if they don't have a great shot, they're taking the air out of the ball by not being in a hurry.
There is Surratt from right. Chenault, theatrics! Chenault's second stuff as the lead balloons back to double figures. Owens fouled late on Avion Chenault. Fourth team Bronco foul.
I was trying to hear what foul number that is on Chenault. That can end up being a costly foul.
Well, they don't put player numbers up on the scoreboard here. I believe that's his third as Owens watches the free throw swirl out. Back to 10. Monte Ashford, back on for Bryan Station, number 11.
Yeah, I was saying Coach Liggins gave Owens a break right there just to catch his wind to get ready for this fourth quarter run.
There's Boone, far sideline, as Armello been the superior player tonight on the floor for either team. The Station going to come out and shadow Chenault. The inside half court at 40 seconds. And the Broncos may just wind this baby down.
It wouldn't be a bad thing.
Again, both teams with 4 team fouls. And Chenault flips it in the corner. Right. Long with that one as Station corrals the rebound. Still 5 seconds. Richmond all the way up in the lane, and Chenault denies, and that's going to close the third.
Wow.
Avion Chenault denies the shot, and that's going to take us to the fourth. In the open floor, rejected away.
You know, if you had a scores table.
Fourth quarter when we come right back on Glycod.
Confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Avion Chenault, a critical block at the end of the third in what is now a 10-point Frederick Douglass lead, Murray.
Yes, the two superstars from Frederick Douglass have kind of traded halves right here. Avion Chenault really dominated the third quarter, and Armello Boone in the first half has Douglass with a 10-point lead.
Ashford off the mark, and Station thus far unable to make those big threes they've made all season long. There's Adams inside the lane, and Surratt with a steal. And he is bumped from behind. I believe Richmond will be called for the personal.
Like you said, the other night when we had Bryan Station, everybody was hitting the outside shot, and tonight they really can't buy a basket, which has led to a lot of frustration from the entire team.
Avion Chenault will trigger it in. This would be the Broncos, if they can hang on, their 5th straight win, but more importantly, their 2nd straight inside this district. There's Boone splitting defenders like he does so well, and it looks like Chris Girton called for the foul.
Armello's got great fundamentals. On the trap ball screen, I'd like to see him give it up instead of trying to split it. Sometimes that leads to a turnover more than a successful result.
Station's offense averaging 80 per game, and you look at the score and only 42 in the early third, and that tells you certainly a strong tail tonight. Houston mishandled that. Axum receives. There's Richmond flinging one, and he's got it.
That could be what they need right here.
That's their 2nd 3 tonight for Bryan Station, and the lead reduced to 7.
Now the Station crowd gets involved.
And Chris Wright will handle it up top. Chenault winding around, and Busen, just like he does so well, puts it in.
He's just there when you need him.
Chenault creating that offense, the lead at 9.
Well, if you make Bryan Station guard in the half court and they're down, they're going to run a double team at you, and Chenault was poised to find Bussin for that layup.
Adams on the backboard, and that's Tayshawn Adams for the putback. So both teams exchange baskets as we slide under 6 left. Logan Busen underneath Chris Wright. High archer, and Jordan Axum there for Station. Chris Girton and Avion Chenault steals it away. There is Surratt. And Surratt with a basket and a foul.
Exciting basketball action in the end. You can't take your eye off the court. And what a finish by Surratt.
At both ends of the floor, and the shot really catapulted the Bronco fast break.
Yes, it did. The defender was moving right there. Surratt did a great job contorting his body to avoid the charge call.
And Surratt gets the roll. 5:30 in the fourth. Still plenty of time left. Amari Owens veers right by Jones. Chenault well above the cylinder, and there's Busen to clean it up for the Broncos. Logan veering. And no whistle as Axum the other way, 3-on-1. There's Amari Owens. And an and one and a foul on DeMarcus Surratt.
Wow, what a finish by Owens right there. Great transition. He got Surratt to contest, and Surratt forgot that he's actually left-handed, and he reversed it to the other side and finishes with the kiss.
Still 5:01 left. Against Station has never led in this game. Amari Owens to the foul line. Armello Boone off the floor for Frederick Douglass. He will sit between a pair of assistants. It looks like Boone might be a little bit gimpy. There's Adams, the beneficiary, and that's a 4-point trip as Tayshawn Adams puts it in. And a Frederick Douglass timeout. High drama on the north side. We're back after this on Glycod.
First opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher, by making a real difference in the communities we serve, and by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
A 4-point trip for Bryan Station. The lead now reduced to 6. Frederick Douglass hanging on, 57-51.
It's going to come down to fourth quarter, a possession here or there, and we got a different basketball game. Right now it's at 6, 57-51. It's going to be a wild fourth quarter here at Bryan Station High School.
Well, it's been a wild second half. That is for certain, as the lead really a working margin of about 8-11 in this game. It's now down to 6. And we'll see how the Broncos respond. Armello Boone still on the sideline.
It's a lot of energy in here tonight, Chris.
Well, the enormity of this game, and certainly perhaps not the final chapter this year. These two teams very well could meet in next month's district tournament. There's Surratt, a strong acceleration, and Adams with a block as Chenault able to scoop it up for the Broncos. Back to Chenault. And there's, guess who, Murray?
Logan, Mr. Dependable.
Logan Busen made a living on layups tonight, and it's back to 8.
He's just at the right place at the right time.
Adams underneath, that's Davion Adams. That would have been a big one, and I think Tayshawn, it's off of Logan Busen, so it will belong to Bryan Station.
Just seems like every big play, Logan Busen is there for the finish.
And Adams will run under it. 4:18 left. Station trying to avoid a 2-game losing string this week. There's Richmond, had a seam, Adams up, and he short-armed it underneath, and Boone with a big rebound, and Axum will foul Boone in the open floor.
Yeah, that's actually a good foul. I'd take that foul. There's no harm there. You get to stop the fast break, and now Douglas has got to play 5-on-5.
Fourth team foul for Station. Frederick Douglass only with one, the arrow in the Broncos' direction here. This time starting to become a factor. Noah Jones will handle it and find Armello Boone back to Avion Chenault. There's Busen inside the lane. It's going to find Surratt left sideline. Boone lays it in. Amari Owens tries to respond. And Busen called for the block.
Amari Owens is like a cannonball coming down that paint at times. And I give Logan credit for stepping in there trying to draw the foul.
Now, Busen, who does he remind you of?
Like a Bill Lane Beard.
I was going to say that. I really was.
Yeah, he's a Lane Beard, man. He just does all the dirty work. Does all the dirty work, makes the tough plays. I used to call them the 50-50 plays, the hustle plays. He fills that role to a T for Frederick Douglass.
Well, and as a coach, just has to be a real joy to coach players like that.
Oh, absolutely. And if you're going to compete for a championship, you need a guy like Logan. You need a guy that's not after the headlines. He just wants to win and make the play. Make the play that helps your team be successful.
Owens has spent a living at the foul line tonight. Double-figure free throw attempts. And it's now a 9-point deficit. Coming up at the conclusion, Murray will have the Elite Building Products Most Outstanding Player. One student athlete from each team will be recognized for their achievements this evening. Again, Bryan Station without Matt Galinsky in this second half, and that makes a difference. He's a viable offensive threat.
Absolutely. It looked like he hurt his elbow early in the first half and hadn't returned back to the game.
Well, he's still favoring that right elbow. Armello Boone up in the lane. He arcs it long, and Boone will watch the rebound secured by Amari Owens. Justin Richmond tees it up. Adams backside. And I think off of Logan Busen. Chris Wright in for Frederick Douglass. 3:06 to play.
Still plenty of time in the basketball game.
Only a 3-possession game. Marcus Surratt going to shadow Amari Owens. Owens again, he's lefty. Spin back Jay. Big miss that time as Chenault collects the Bronco rebound. Avion Chenault through contact. And
turnover there. I think the ball went off of Frederick Douglass in the corner here, right below the student section.
Impossible to see from our vantage point but it will belong to Bryan Station. Bryan Station only making 2 threes tonight. Justin Richmond and Amari Owens. There's Tayshawn Adams inside to Tayshawn, up and in from Davion.
That's a big-time play there by the young sophomore.
2-possession game. Faulkner going to shadow Avion Chenault. Chenault takes off, and the long rebound leaks out to Adams. Now Davion Adams lobs to Tayshawn Adams for 2.
Adams to Adams. We got a ball game here. It's down to 4.
1:58 left. And Tayshawn with the kick. Bronco ball. Take a look at the fast break opportunity for the Station defenders.
Yeah, again, their offense is predicated by their defense, and the conversion there, 4-2.
Boone into forecourt through heavy duress. And a big basket.
Sometimes you just need players to make plays, and Armello Boone has made the plays tonight.
Well, and you got the sense as soon as he crossed half court where it was going.
Absolutely. It just opened up, and a strong finish. And like I said, he's been in the weight room. I could see his body's developing, and if he continues, he's got a bright future ahead of him.
1:48 left as Boone tries to make it a 3-trip game. (64-57). Adams back to Adams for two. They work so well together. And we have a Bronco foul as well.
Yeah, they called a foul right there. Nice give and go. Adams to Adams for the layup.
Tayshaun to Davion. That's the third team Bronco foul. And a big miss, but the rebound snared by Tayshaun Adams. Amari Owens, big three!
Here we go.
Stolen away. There's Justin Richmond. Faulkner. Follow, tie game.
And one. They called a foul right there on the Amari Owens putback. It will put him the line for one.
Let's take a look at the fast break beginning.
The free throw will give, Station a chance to take the lead, Chris?
They've never had the lead. Justin Richmond initiating that fast break. He scooped up the loose ball.
Wow.
And Station hasn't been this close since Osei, can you see? And the Broncos will call timeout. High drama. Be right back. This is GlyCod.com.
Overly competitive brother. Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from GlyCod.
Tie game. Well, it was a tie game, and then Amari Owens hit a free throw at 65-64. Murray Station's come all the way back.
It's a testament to their program and where Coach Ligon has these guys believing in Station basketball, and that's to play a full 32 minutes.
So will be Frederick Douglass ball out of their timeout. They have one timeout remaining. Avion Chenault around Surratt for the lead. put back off. There's Logan Busen. Station ball.
Wow. Drama.
Takari Talbert is in for Frederick Douglass. And the Broncos pick up at full court. They own the possession arrow as a rebound, or the inbound rather, to Richmond. And an astute timeout for Champ Ligon for Bryan Station. 38.9 left, both teams with one timeout remaining. You look at the foul count, Station 5, Frederick Douglass. We will adjust. They only have 3 with 38.9 left, Murray.
Right here in the timeout, if you're Douglass, you're saying do not foul immediately. Give yourself a chance to trap the basketball and try to get a steal out of the trap and make Bryan Station earn this basket or go to the free throw line in order to seal the victory or to extend this to a 3-point lead.
So the Broncos led by double figures throughout much of this game. And just the relentless attack for Bryan Station to come all the way back, and now they'll have possession.
It's going to be an incredible finish, I anticipate here.
What much, Coach Harris, what must he be thinking on that far sideline?
Well, he's just wanting one more opportunity with the basketball. He wants his guys to stay poised, because whether they foul or get the steal, it's a one-possession game no matter what.
Owens on the inbound. Marcus Surratt will shadow Owens. And there's the foul at 22.7. Again, the Broncos had one foul to give. They now have 4 team fouls.
I thought they'd be a little bit more aggressive on the steal with fouls to give right there.
And there it is promptly on Boone. So Amari Owens, he'll shoot 2. But now, Coach, you know this, the key part's getting the rebound.
It's getting the rebound against these Bryan Station guys, man. The Adams guys will be underneath, and you got to box them out. And really, if you're Douglass, this isn't so bad. You're putting a free throw shooter at the line that we'll see in these moments if Owens can knock these down.
He's been there a lot tonight. Lead at 2.
Ice cold makes them both.
22 left. And Douglass calls their final timeout with 9.4 left. Now, Murray, you've been in these huddles so many times. What's the call? What's the mindset in that Bronco huddle?
Right now in the Bronco huddle, you're trying to draw up a play that's going to get you a 3 or a quick 2. Okay, you can't rule out trying to drive and get you something at the rim. Now, if you're Bryan Station, you're contemplating if you're going to foul right here and put them at the line instead of allowing them to attempt the 3-point shot to tie it. There's no right or wrong answer right here. You just got to go with what you've practiced. Now is not the time to make something up.
Well, certainly you figure Armello Boone going to be a huge focal point in this sequence here.
Absolutely.
Kent Station has trailed throughout this game. A remarkable comeback has him up 3. Broncos void of timeouts. They do have the arrow.
Referees trying to warn the student section. Asking for some help from the administration to come over here and back them up off the court.
And Chris Wright will initiate. Boone for the tie. And Station. Was there a foul called? Was there a foul called? Foul called. Let's take another look.
Oh, wow.
There was a foul called, and Armello Boone, it looks like we'll get 3 untimed free throws. Now some wry comments from Coach Ligon and Coach Brown. See if we can pick those up there, right? And Armello Boone's going to get 3 untimed free throws with a chance to tie this game and send it into overtime.
Hey, this is a teachable moment right here for both teams. And this is the type of game could it end in a tie? No, that's not what we do. You got to get a winner. 3 free throws. Now this is key. If they put no time on the clock and it's at zeros, if he misses one, the game's over.
There's Jay Bordas, actually that's one of the station administrators over there with the official. There's some stress on the scorekeeper over there for certain.
Absolutely. I think they're asking for time to be put back on the clock.
So there's going to be, in essence, a de facto timeout. The 0.6 put on the clock. Our camera 1 has gone out tonight, meaning that only camera 2 had that replay, and that was not the replay that you needed to see on that foul call late. But it did occur, it looked like after the shot went up from Boone.
Yes, all I saw that he fell on the floor and he drew the call from the officials, which will put him into line for 3.
It was Rashad Faulkner out on Boone. And it looks like they're going to put 0.5 left, so that certainly does favor Douglas to some extent.
To some extent it does, but with the size of Bryan Station, the only thing I can think of is you get Busen to try to, if he makes all 3, it's nothing to think about. But if he misses one, you have to have a strategy on how to offensive rebound right here.
Boone needs 3, and this is the first.
Teachable moment. Keep your head up, son.
And Station will call their final timeout. The amount of pressure, Murray, on that young man, can't imagine.
You can't imagine it, but again, it's a great character-building moment. And as a coach and as a player, you got to turn that situation into a positive. And it might not sink in tonight, but I bet it inspires this young man to be a better basketball player, work on his free throw shooting, and he'll have an opportunity to win a game down the road at the free throw line.
Boy, that's well said. Well, the strategy here, it's the last shot. Last free throw, you got to miss it and kick it out and heave in a three. That's all you can do, right?
That's all you can do, and it's going to be tough with the height and athleticism that Bryan Station is going to put on the block right here.
Well, or you can certainly make this and perhaps force a Station turnover. 3-point deficit for Douglas. 0.5 left. Both teams out of timeouts.
There's an old saying that pressure busts pipes and it also makes diamonds.
Boob's last free throw. And that's going to close the ball game. Final score tonight, 67-64. Tough loss for Douglas tonight.
Absolutely. What a basketball game.
Two great programs, two class head coaches will meet at the scores table. Congratulations to Bryan Station. A huge win as they defeat Frederick Douglass 67-64.
And you could tell what it means to this fan base.
More coverage coming up. Be right back after this.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by CSL Plasma. Be rewarded for your generosity. Do the amazing. Help save lives.
Great one tonight at Bryan Station. Fans still on the floor. 67-64. What was the turning point in this game, Murray?
I just thought the 3 by Richmond gave Bryan Station a little bit momentum, and then they just kept chipping away at it, and then boom, the floodgates broke.
This was an unbelievable comeback win for the defenders, now 17-2 on the season. And you talk about the Richmond three. I think Tayshawn Adams was a splendid as well. And then Amari Owens, just tireless effort out there.
Yes, Tayshawn Adams, looking at the box score here, finished with 24-7. Big night by him.
When you look at Frederick Douglass, boy, a positive would be a learning moment from this. What can they grow from and learn from this?
Well, right now, Coach Harris has probably got a hurt locker room right now. Those guys, this loss will sting, but as a coach, you got to teach. You got 24 hours to get over a loss and 24 hours to get over a win, and you got to get right back at it.
Bryan Station, they trailed by 5 after 1, by 7 at half, by 10 after 3, but in the fourth, they outscore Frederick Douglass 25-12. Final score 67-64. Final stats presented by Traditional Bank when we come right back from Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
This is your season to save on our incredible selection of new Kias from Cardtown Kia. You can't beat the powerful design of the new 2024 Sportage.
It's your choice. The new 2023 Kia Sportage, just $349 down and $349 per month, or the new 2023 Kia Sorento, just $349 down and $349 per month.
Unmatched design, performance, and savings all in one at Cardtown Kia and CardtownKiaUSA.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cardtown Kia. Visit their showroom at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville, or browse their inventory at CardtownKiaUSA.com. Cardtown Kia, movement that inspires.
Back live at Bryan Station High School. Time now for the halftime, actually the final stats, I beg your pardon, presented by Traditional Bank. Who you bank with matters, and pretty even Steven stats.
Yes, it is. It just came down to 32 minutes of basketball, and Bryan Station's depth, I believe, had something to do with it. They just kept chopping the tree and chopping wood, and Douglass, I won't say they caved in, but they just couldn't withstand the pressure and the constant heat from the defender defense.
And for Bryan Station to win this game against a good team, despite only making 3 of 11 from 3, what does that say?
Well, it says that they got a balanced attack, and they don't only depend on their turnovers. Douglass had 10 turnovers for the game. So if you can play Bryan Station and keep your turnovers under 15 and you come up short on the scoreboard, it tells you you're playing against a pretty good basketball team in Bryan Station.
The significance of this game, now the updated district standings, Station all alone, and winners of the head-to-head. Now they own the tiebreaker as well over Douglas, with Henry Clay, Sayre, and Scott County rounding out the district standings. Again, Bryan Station, a big come-from-behind win tonight over Frederick Douglass, 67-64. Coming up next, our most outstanding player, presented by Elite Building Products. We'll have it for you in just a moment from Glycod.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
Let's get real. For a lot of people, 4 years of college might as well be $1 million. With us, you can get a certificate in a matter of months and start a career right away. College for the real world. College for your world.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Tonight's most outstanding players presented by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. Locally owned with an outstanding selection of windows, doors, and siding. For more info, visit them at EliteKentucky.com, and a couple of great performances tonight on the floor.
Yes, it was. First for Frederick Douglass, Armello Boone had an unbelievable night. and his game will not be defined by missing the free throws there at the end. The young man had 30 and 12, I believe, on the night, and that is incredible in a high school basketball game to put up those type of numbers and play that both ends of the court. Also with 2 blocks, so he did everything for Frederick Douglass. And then for Bryan Station, Tayshawn Adams with 24 and 7 tonight in the win. He just did all the little things for Bryan Station that gave them a chance at the end to win the basketball game.
Got to Logan Busen, 13 points and 7 rebounds. Avion Chenault, 8 points and 9 boards for the Broncos. 25 for Amari Owens, including a 9 of 15 from the foul line. Davion Adams with 11 points and 5 rebounds. And what a great win for Champ Lincoln in this program.
Absolutely. That's the type of win that'll propel you for the rest of the regular season and push you into district tournament play.
More Central Kentucky high school basketball coming up 1 week from tonight. Schedule presented by Ruoff Mortgage. Doubleheader will have the Douglas girls and the Station girls at 6 next Friday, followed by Sayre and the Bryan Station boys. Then back in action on the farm. The Douglas girls will take on Lafayette. Well, Murray, this game certainly did not disappoint.
It did not. It did not. A great atmosphere, 2 great teams, very well coached, and it came down to the end. What more can you ask for?
Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Our producer on Glycod has been Steve Bird. Joe O'Melion on camera. For Murray Garvin, I'm Chris Labar. Good night from the north side. Bryan Station High School a winner over Frederick Douglass 67-64. I'm Chris Labar. Good night from Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been IBEW Local 369, Central Kentucky High School Basketball. IBEW 369, power up your potential. Tonight's game was brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Never underestimate you. CSL Plasma, do the amazing, help save lives. Meyer, higher standards, lower prices. Traditional Bank, because who you bank with matters. And by Community Action of Lexington, Martin's Peterbilt, Lexington Outdoor and Power Equipment, and Allstate Insurance Agent Thomas Allen.
Visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.